Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this SWL Signals channel. I'm out here in my backyard with a view of my tree here. I received an email from one of the subscribers from this channel who asked me to make a video and give you guys some information about me and why I do what I do and some other things. So I thank you for the email. And first, I started shortwave listening back in about 90, had to be about 89, 90, shortly after I graduated from high school, in between military service. And my first radio was a Realistics DX390 that I had in my apartment. I had that first, and I was using a wire antenna in my apartment to pick up various signals back then. And that spurred me into amateur radio. So I got my technician license, and I used a Realistic HTX 202 and an Asden, I think it was if I remember right, a R7000 or something like that, for 2-meter operation. And I was also into packet radio for a while. And then I started getting some more shortwave radios. I had a Yaesu FRG 100 that I dearly miss. I also had a President 10-meter radio, which I never really used because I never really had an antenna to use with it. I also had some police scanners. I had a Realistic Pro 2006, which I have again now since I purchased another one. But I love that scanner. I had a disc cone antenna, which is about 45 feet up at the apartment. The landlord said I could use an old TV mast, which I did, but I couldn't string up any other wire antennas or anything like that. So I did that, and I did that for years. And around 2000, early 2000, 2001, I had a financial issue I had to take care of, so I ended up selling all of my equipment, every piece of it, and was out of the hobby for quite some time. And then after I got married, had some children, I started getting the bug again, and started watching some reviews and videos on various shortwave radios, and I'm watching some other YouTube band scan videos from various creators, and I started saving the money and purchased another radio. My first shortwave radio this time was a Texan PL 680, which I got, and that blossomed into quite a lot of radios, at least now. So I prefer the Texan radios. I have a PL680, a PL990X. I have a PL368. I also have, as I mentioned, a Realistic Pro 2006 scanner. Again, a Pro 39 handheld scanner. I recently purchased a Realistic, what is it? It's a DX 380, maybe? Yeah, 380. I just purchased that. I have 2 XH data portables, an SDR from SDR Play, which you've seen on other videos on this channel. But overall, I think that the hobby has gotten me right back where it was back in the 90s. In the 90s, I used to love listening to number stations. Back then, there was a lot less noise, and I could pick up the Israeli Mossad, I guess that's how you pronounce it, number station. Back then, I used to pick that one up. I picked up some Spanish ones. I used to pick up some Russian ones, and that just kept me occupied for hours and hours and hours. And then I used to listen to the Coast Guard a lot on 5696 and 8080 kilohertz back then. They listened to a lot of search and rescue missions out of Chesapeake, Virginia, Norfolk, out of there. And also there is a airport in St. Pete, which is just south of me, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, and they have a Coast Guard detachment there. And they used to go out in the Gulf and do search and rescue missions on 5696. And that was a wonderful thing. Used to listen to all that stuff back then. Amateur radio, of course, I did that, as I mentioned, but my primary interest back then was shortwave listening, not so much in the international broadcast stuff, but more on utilities and number stations. So that was where all that started. If I could have a future wish list of a radio to buy, it would be a Yaesu FRG 100. I loved that radio when I had it. I had so much fun with that radio. I know it's, a legacy radio or a vintage radio they call them these days. But that radio, I mean, I picked up so much with that radio. It had great filters on it at the time, and it was just a joy to use. I had no issues with that at all. I think portable wise, I think I'm good for now. My wife will tell you that I'm good for now for sure, because she says I have too many as it is. I would like to get a better computer to use my SDR software with, maybe a couple bigger screens. I like that. I like to be able to see everything on the screen in a bigger format. I've tried a couple of different monitors, but the two monitors that I have are very noisy, and they create a lot of noise with the SDR no matter what I try with various ferrite chokes and all sorts of stuff. It just doesn't work. So right now I just use strictly my laptop. This channel was originally created just to show people what's out there, because a lot of people have made the proclamation that shortwave is a dead hobby, and it is not, as you well know. There is several things you can listen to out there, whatever piques your interest. It's all out there. Now, granted, there's a lot more electronic noise these days and human noise that is kind of making people think that there's nothing to listen to. But with somewhat cheap antennas these days, I mean, MLA 30 plus, I have two of them, and I spent maybe $40 on both of them, a piece, of course, but just mounted to a simple PVC pipe, and I'm receiving stuff from all over the world. And it's a wonderful thing. So it's definitely not dead. That's for sure. So that was why I originally made this channel, was to kind of highlight the things that are out there, to pique others' interest in getting back into the hobby. I don't know if I'll ever get back into amateur radio. I had purchased a book off Amazon to study for my tech license, but the more and more I study, the more and more I kind of get bored with it, to tell you the honest truth, and I prefer just to listen rather than communicate. But the way the world's going, I may have to get a license just so I can stay abreast of everything that's going on. Who knows? We'll see. But, I haven't explored any type of amateur radio like HF too much. I never went past a technician license from amateur radio. I do like decoding digital modes such as FT8 and CW and radio teletype. Recently downloaded a software from a subscriber that gave you some information. It's called Rivet, to download various digital modes. I haven't had it work right yet. I've been trying to find some information online on how to set it up, but so far I've not been able to get it to work right. I do have several apps on my phone as well as my tablet to decode digital formats such as FT8, CW, WeatherFax, Navtex, that type of thing. So that's an interest of mine too, but I prefer to use my SDR just to visualize the signal. Being able to visualize signals is a huge thing, because you start to know just by visualization what kind of signal it is. And then what I do often is I'll look at the SDR screen and see what's going on, what's out there, and then go to my portable radios and see if I can hear it as well. I do prefer to use the radios overall, though, just because of the nostalgia of spinning the dial and hearing noises and different transmissions and wondering what is that. And then of course the SDR complements that interest. It's a great tool, and it's well worth it. If you've never tried an SDR, you can go online and look at the Kiwi SDRs from all over the world and see what's available, or get a cheap SDR these days. They're all over the place. It was recommended that I use SDR Play by another subscriber, so that was my choice. And after watching review videos on YouTube and various creators who have used it, I chose that one. And it was very, I wouldn't say inexpensive, but I had it. I bought it around Christmas, and it was on sale, so it was a good purchase there. So another part of this email that he had mentioned was asking people to kind of try to promote the channel Not that you would do that, but that I would do that. And maybe inviting the viewers to create a video or post on a band scan of a range that you did, and then I could do that and then see what I hear to versus what you hear, and that's welcome. I don't know how you would post a video on another YouTube channel. I don't know that, so if somebody on this can tell me, that'd be wonderful, and I would definitely allow that. Definitely encourage that. If somebody had a screenshot of their own listening post that they could post in the comments of one of the videos, or video itself, if they know how to do that, that would be great. And if you guys have any interest on me doing a certain band scan, I know one viewer said that they would prefer me to do some evening band scans rather than a morning band scan, just to see what the difference is and what I can hear at night at my listening post here in Florida. I've done a couple of those in my SDR, a couple of those on my my portables, but it's hard at night because of various domestic duties that I have to do at home with the kids and homework and the wife and everything. But you know, when I can spare a moment at night, I would like to get on here and do some more night videos. I also want to come out here in my backyard maybe and bring my portable out here, one of my portables, and just, you know, make some night videos out here. Because it's pretty quiet at night around here. I do have electrical noise around here, but I think at night it may be okay. So we'll see. But anyways, there may be a couple other videos like this. I just want to get on here and make a quick video and just kind of explain things and let you know why I do what I do and what I'd like to do. And we'll see. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like. And like I mentioned, if anybody has photos or ideas of what I can try to make a video of, please let me know. I'd appreciate that, because sometimes when you're trying to make content on a video, sometimes it can, if you're doing the same thing over and over, it kind of gets a little boring for people to watch all the time. Got some thunder going on above me, so it's probably going to rain. But typical Florida weather. If you live here, you know what I'm talking about. So everybody have a great day, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.